Perfect. Mallory, how are you today?
I am lovely. Been a busy day, but it's good to be back.
That's the spirit. Welcome back. It is so cool and awesome and badass and epic and amazing and awesome plus two to have you back here. So before we start, you know the drill, to give you an epic intro. So,
Love it.
I love doing this. This is one of my favorite part by far. But
Definitely uplifting.
yeah. Now tell me, what is new since our last interview, which was like last week? So
Right. Right. I feel like not a lot can happen in a week.
Totally.
I have magical hair that glows when I sing. But I don't know. I guess since our talk, I've really been thinking about musical theater and how much I miss that.
Yeah.
I've been pondering that. I actually started signing up for some classes. That's something that I've been out of for a while. I'm not sure if I ever talked about this with you, but I had like a really bad concussion in May.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I've been kind of out of the game for a while. Slowly getting back into work and really eager to get into classes again. And this week I decided, like, I've been cleared to go back to conditioning classes for my dance, the pole dance studio that I'm at, and I was like, you know what? Let's do some acting classes.
Yeah.
I guess that's new. I registered for so many acting classes, and so like a little jig happened every single time.
Yeah.
That's new. I don't know. What's new with you?
Well, same thing here. You know, interviews here and there. A lot of amazing people. A lot of bloopers too. You know that.
Those are fun.
Those are the best. I mean, there was this interview that I was gonna. Yeah, everything was good to go, and then my puppy decided. Yeah, my puppy was like, "Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to mess up what you just put." So then he just like jumped out of the bed. Luckily there. It's not on tape, so that's good.
Oh.
So he went. So basically, he was so. I was putting my cell phone and I was putting the camera, and then you could see like the puppy, whoom, like passing by, jumping, and then he threw like everything that I had. It was horrible, but it was fun. I was like, okay, and like typical puppy, whenever he knows, because they know when they do something bad, they just look at you like, I'm sorry, you know. So I was like, okay, fine, just go.
Oh. Dogs are so cute. I love them. There used to be a Budweiser commercial that it was a dog that I guess had been excited or whatever, kind of like your dog, that jumped on this like rubber floor over the couch and just went flying through the frame across and like knocking everything over in the process. Like that's just what's been ingrained in my memory since probably 2007.
Yeah. You know what? At some point, whenever this show will grow and I will interview like face to face, I want to have not all interviews, but in some of them, like the person that I'm interviewing is gonna be surrounded with puppies.
That would be tempt cool. Me.
That would be so cool because I've seen some people do it, and it is so funny because they ask him the question and they will ask him like 4 or 5 times because they're like playing with a puppy and be like, wait, what was the question again? And they keep playing.
Yeah, you won't get a single valid response from me if I am surrounded by puppies. My sister has a dog, and I don't know how. She's in medical school. She's incredible. And I don't know how she gets work done because she has 2 dogs. And anytime I'm over there, I'm just amazed. I'm in awe of how cute they are. Yeah. Also, I see that Ira and Kathy are on, and I love you both. Kisses to y'all. Hi.
That's so cool. But yeah, I mean, I've said this I've said this every time that if you know someone that whenever it is he or she is in front of a dog and they don't act like doggy or stuff like that, don't trust that person. That's a bad person right there. Don't trust them at all.
Don't trust them. That's great.
I mean, it's impossible. Whenever whenever you will see either a puppy or a cat or something, like to make all these funny noises, you know.
Yeah.
It is impossible. The people who does that, I don't trust them.
No, not at all. Not in the least.
They're the humans. But yeah. And besides that, everything good. Oh, also in one of the interviews, yes, you could see like the dog standing, watching through the window. That was on tape. Yeah. Also, you could see also like walking them. That was also on tape. And it turned out that maybe my dogs are part of the show now. I think so.
It's gonna have to be a regular occurrence. Like once a season, they'll just kind of make a pass through a little
yeah,
cameo.
totally. Yeah.
Love it. Here for it.
Now, besides that, tell me, what do you like most about Halloween?
Everything.
Okay.
Everything. The costumes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've just always been drawn to Halloween. I've always been astounded by scary things. I like to be scared. I like being put on the edge of my seat. I love the opportunity to dress up.
Mm-hmm.
I do that for a living. I pretend for a living. So getting a pass to not be a weirdo is nice. Yeah, and the free candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Halloween. I think it's just a really fun time to get to be a kid again.
Yeah, totally. And what are some of your favorite moments that you had as a kid on Halloween?
Wow, my neighborhood was the coolest. We used to have kind of a hayride sort of deal set up for all the kids. One of our neighbors would set up I think it was a 4-wheeler, in all honesty. It kind of a tractor sort of deal, but smaller, with a trailer on the back that they would sometimes put hay in it. As we got older, they just got lazy and there was nothing in the back.
Yeah.
And a bunch of kids, we'd all just pile up in the back and they would wheel us around the neighborhood. And we'd go trick-or-treating. It was the cutest thing. And if Mr. Green decided he'd honk the horn and he'd pass up to the next house, and if you missed it, you're running up to catch up to the trailer and hop in, and it was your fault if you got road burn. It was just the funniest thing. We do that. There was a house that's catty corner to where I lived, that they had the adult table and they had the kids table. The adult table had Jello shots.
Of course.
The kids table, I believe, from my young, potentially flawed mind, I thought we had our own Jello shots, but they were, of course, non-alcoholic.
Yeah, of course.
And that's where I learned how to take a Jello shot. My sister claims that there was never Jello, and she was always jealous. I might have just taken one from the adult table.
Maybe.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. But just those memories, they were so fun. And there was always one house that we were all terrified of. They went all out, decked out, smoke pouring out from the basement. You never used the front door for them. It was always the basement. Yeah. Oh, it was creepy as anything. And you never knew what to expect. Sometimes there were cobwebs covering the door. So you couldn't even, you had to break through the cobwebs. One kid had to be brave enough to break through the cobwebs and see if there was
cool.
Yeah. Oh, that house was really cool. I feel bad that I don't even remember who it was. They didn't really have, I don't think they had kids, but they always decked out that basement to be just a miniature haunted house.
That is so amazing. That is so cool. Yeah, I mean, I have to say that indeed you were in the most badass neighborhood in terms of Halloween, for sure. Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah. Mm-hmm, for sure. How cool is that? And if you could pick any costume for Halloween right now, which one do you would choose?
I mean, right now I'm kind of inclined to Rapunzel.
Yeah,
she's my girl. I love her to death. But I'm also kind of toying with Natasha Romanoff.
Oh, yeah. From the Avengers.
Yep. I've always just admired that character a lot, and I had that costume when they first announced the film. Oh. I got that costume, and then they delayed it for eons. Yeah. But I'm one of those people. I don't know about you, but I really like Halloween, so I do a costume a day for the week of Halloween.
What? That's so cool.
I mean, it could be something as simple as this, of just a little bit on the top, and then a casual outfit. One time I was Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty, back when I was working in a lab. So I was like, I'm already wearing a lab coat. I'll just put some blue puke on my mouth and call it a day.
And I'm good to go.
Yeah, but I tend to do 5 costumes or 7 costumes, depending on when Halloween lies. So I still have 7 more costumes or 5 more costumes to pick.
Yeah, that is so cool. You know what? I've always wanted to try that, but I never. Yeah, now that I mention, I mean, here we don't have like. Yeah, well, we do, but it is not. How can I describe it? So we do have that.
Right.
But for example, when I have it, like back when I was a like back when I was a kid, I didn't have like it was super rare for me to go trick or treat because my family would think my family didn't allow me to because they would think that I was gonna get kidnapped or something like that. So.
Which that's fair. That's a valid thing.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I don't blame them at all. But for example, there was this time in which I was one of my little cousins went to trick or treat, and I was right next to him, to kind of look. But what ended up happening is that I was the one in charge of the candies, so I was just like, asking for candies, and he was looking at me like, "Dude, it's for me." I was like, Shh, I'm gonna share those to you.
Right.
Some of them are for me too. Are we cool? Yeah, we're cool. Perfect.
Okay.
So, yeah. But yeah, I've always wanted to try try all different costumes here and there. So yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
I mean, who says adults can't dress up?
Totally. Oh yeah, I would love that. And I've had like so many ideas for costumes. But yeah, I'll let you know those ideas later because they're hilarious though.
Yes. Oh, that'd be so fun.
Very hilarious. Yeah. Now, like, if you could be in any horror franchise at the moment, which one you would choose?
The Conjuring.
Oh yeah.
Without fail.
Oh yeah.
Like if anybody asks me that. I love the franchise. I feel like they're getting to the end. They haven't announced a fourth.
Mm-hmm.
But I have and I'm so mad at myself that I'm blanking on the director's name. Alex Wang. That's a fashion designer. I'm so mad at myself. But the director, I've always admired what he does since pre-Conjuring.
Yeah.
And I have just, when they put Conjuring 3 on hold for him to do Aquaman, I was like, oh, wait, now do I have to like Aquaman? Like, it's gotta be good. So yeah, I love The Conjuring. I think Vera Farmiga is an incredible actress.
Yeah.
And when, sorry Barbara, I love you. When I didn't get an audition for Conjuring 3, I was like, am I suitable for this field of work?
Cool. Yeah.
Like, is this really for me? Like, maybe they just like maybe there wasn't a character for me, and I was like, maybe I wasn't good enough, and like, that was when the first cycle of everything happened. But Conjuring, I love Conjuring. That's the first one that would come to mind. Trying to think of another one. Oh, American Horror Story.
Yeah.
I think they're all another series that I think they're all kick-ass actors.
Yeah.
And to be included in that would just be an honor. And I think that every single series is so distinctly different, which is really fun. And the writers give their actors such a gift with that script. So
yeah, they're genius. That show. I mean, I think the good thing about that show is that every new season it's a totally new, different story, but with parts from previous ones.
Right.
So you won't get lost. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. There's always a little bit of a callback. And I'm wondering if one day it's gonna. I forget the name of it, but it's kind of like a frame story. I wonder one day if they're ever going to culminate it all back into one and be like, hey, this is the whole arc of where we're coming from.
That would be amazing. I mean, if they do that, like if they can put everything they have done in one season, that would be mind blowing. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
That would be epic, though. That would be epic for sure.
Yeah.
And what are some of, what would you say it's the key for a good horror movie or show?
I think it comes down to knowing your audience. Because, like some people really love campy films. Some people like a good jump scare. And a good collaboration between everyone. Like, everyone needs to be on the same page.
Yeah.
If you're going for campy, everyone needs to be on board. But also, like, be super passionate about it. I think passionate and having a good understanding of the monster behind the camera. Because I know a lot of actors can struggle with that, and I myself included, like, didn't necessarily even know, like, how to quite scare myself.
Yeah.
And having a team that you trust and to be vulnerable enough with, and also understand how to scare yourself, and know what that monster is behind the camera, can really sell a good horror film.
Totally.
Good trailers.
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing.
Really know how to sell your film.
Yeah, like good trailers, and I hate whenever they would spoil everything on a trailer. I hate when they do that.
It drives me up the wall.
Yeah, like you watch trailer and you like, like for example, there was this movie, the previous Terminator one, or like two before, that you didn't have to watch the movie at all. You watch the trailer and that's it.
Yeah, there's a lot of films where, like, I'll hear, I'm ashamed. I'll hear that everyone's like, oh well, like they showed everything in the trailer, and I will just not watch the film then. Cause like I don't want to go to the cinema if the trailer ruined it.
They really need to make like really good ones. I mean, I think the last time I saw a good trailer, I don't know.
I will say though, if your trailer, and I'm really throwing a film under the bus here, Cabin in the Woods. I had no idea what I was getting into with that trailer, and I didn't come out a fan because I didn't expect a sci-fi offbeat kind of campy film. I was expecting a very like dramatic, serious, almost Evil Dead kind of feel with the way they entered, and then coming out with Sigourney Weaver, I was like, wait, none of this that was predisposed in the trailer, or the log line. So yeah, I think there needs to be like a happy medium in the trailer.
Yeah, true. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Maybe having like a little bit, but not putting
too much.
Yeah, like because sometimes I mean, I get it. They do that in order to kind of get the hype of people,
right?
Which is totally understandable. But it would be a lot better if they could maybe just like a small taste, maybe like small bit and that's it. Because it's so frustrating whenever I'm like, now I know what is gonna happen. So I'm like, okay.
Right. I know all the funny moments in this. Great.
Yeah, totally. Like for example, the propaganda they did for Deadpool, that was genius.
Oh.
That they were like putting these posters in which it looked like a romantic movie, but it because they released it on Valentine's Day, I think.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of
which that's and it's totally up Deadpool's alley too. Like that's character wise too. Like that's exactly how he would have. If he was advertising his own film, he'd be like, ha, suckers.
Yeah, there was this poster that in which it was like a skull, and then a poo, and then the L, Deadpool.
That's great.
That was epic though.
They had really great advertising. I don't know who their marketing team was, but they did a really great job.
They really did.
And that's something else that I like about just in general advertising, something that I have to think about, like so it's like something that makes me think, oh, I want to know more about that. I'm going to research that to find out what it is. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Now, what would you like? Yeah, now I'm back. If you could create a horror movie right now, what would be the title of it?
I've thought about that for a really long time. I have no clue. I really have no clue because I'm so all over the place that like one minute I'm like, even though I'm not much of a campy horror person, I could go that route. Yeah. Or I could go for the heavy gore, like really I really enjoy like psychological thrillers. Like that's my vein. But then I think for me to actually like commit to a title, I'd have to know what the concept is. So I do know it'd be something like very short, so that people would want to research and be like, huh, what does that exactly mean? And have some sort of metaphor behind it, because I'm a sucker for a good metaphor. Like, you know, or not even metaphor, but like some symbolism behind it. Like, you know, midnight mass, references that they moved on to a midnight mass, which was atypical than the traditional midnight mass. Like something like that. It's kind of a twist on words, and that's what I would do. I think it's very complicated.
Yeah, and you know what? I just have an idea for one, but I'm gonna tell you later, because I think that if I say it right now, at some point any producer might watch this and be like, "I got it." So,
exactly, and I want to get my copyright down before somebody
exactly. So
produces
I'm gonna say it later, not right now, but anyway. And like, do you remember? I mean, like, what are some of the movies that you watched back as you were a kid that basically traumatized you? None? You're kidding me.
I don't want to use the word weird, but I was a different kid. Like my family, I love my family, but I was watching CSI and Criminal Minds and House when I was like 5. So like it was with the understanding of like, if something freaks you out, or like, you know, turn around if it's inappropriate or whatever. And I was just really drawn to the creature, or not creatures, that's rude, but to the personas and Criminal Minds. And so when going into horror films, I just saw it as a human. Any sort of monster or demon, I was like, okay, they got some problems, cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, I liked being psyched out. I enjoyed it. I thought the actors did a great job, and I loved the adrenaline rush is what it comes down to. But I have never gotten a nightmare from a film.
That is badass. That is, and, you know, for someone as badass as you, the only thing I can say is
thank you. What about you? Do you have any films?
Oh yeah.
Where
a lot of them. Let's start with the first one. It, you know, like the one from Tim Curry. That one. Yes. And I remember that I saw this interview from Tim Curry, in which they asked him like, "Hey, how does it feel knowing that you basically traumatized a whole generation?" And then he was like, "Yes," you know, that basically his performance was really good. Basically, you know, if he managed to basically give nightmares to a lot of people, epic performance then. True. Right. So I would say that one. Yeah, that one got me for a very long time. And then the Blair Witch Project.
I wasn't able to get through much of that one. I watched a portion of it, but I think it was just a video style for me.
Yeah, I mean that movie, that was once I finished once I finished watching it. So back in the house from my parents, like my room, it was kind of the middle of a hall. I mean, so you will walk out my room, and then you will see like this huge hallway. So that night I remember that I had to close the door, because if I put it open, I remember that in my mind was like, what if someone is standing right in the corner? So yeah, that one, but that was only for a bit though. And the movie that I think, and actually it is not a horror movie, but the movie that got me, I mean, not traumatized, not at all, but maybe got me afraid for a while, was this movie about these guys, and it is basically on a true story about these hunters in India that they're hunting lions, but they turn out that these lions they're hunting, they're super intelligent, so they're like taking them like one by one, and actually those lions were one of them. It's on this museum in Chicago or something like that. I don't remember the name of the movie. It's like a very old movie, but yeah, I mean the story is super cool. But when I watched it as a kid, I got basically traumatized, because there were like these scenes in which like the lions, they were like super intelligent, so they were like hunting like one by one, like picking them, and like me, a little kid, seeing this, that was terrifying.
Yeah, he's like, absolutely not. I do not want to see a lion today. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and even to this day, whenever like one of the things that I will never do is to go to like to be close to a lion or to a wild animal. You know, I mean, it's nice to see them on zoos here and there, but yeah, like go to this like safari and you look at the lion, it's like 2 meters away from you now.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes sense. So going back to it though, have you seen the newer ones?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you think?
Yeah. I saw the new ones that were really cool, but
Yeah.
but I saw them. That was like my moment in which I was like, okay, so when I was a kid, those were traumatized. Not this time. I want to watch them right now, all of them.
Right.
And
and it's on
really,
your terms.
no.
No.
Yeah, they were really cool. I did like them a lot. They were the guy who played it. He's a genius.
Yeah, Skarsgård did a great job. I think he did a great job of making it his own, but also still being equally as intimidating and terrifying.
Yeah. That was a really cool one. And what other movie did I have? Well, this is actually a funny story. So, yeah, like super quick. So we went to this trip with my family, right? In which we were going to like all the it was a family trip, right?
Uh-huh.
But on the movie, so on the bus they put Titanic, right? I never watched that movie, so I watched that movie, and I think I was like probably like 4 or 5 years old. So I watched the movie, and then like we reached the destination, and we had to take a boat in order to reach the island in which we were to stay. So basically, what ended up happening, my mom told me that I was making this huge scene. I was crying and crawling up her, and like not want to leave like land. I'm like, no, I don't want to leave because
I don't want to die.
I mean, imagine that for a kid, if you see like this huge boat sink, what can you expect from a little one?
Right.
You know.
For sure. Oh my gosh.
So my mom told me that I make this huge scene, that I was just crying and I wanted to leave land, and what they ended up doing is that they gave me this pill, Dramamine or something like that, and I fell asleep. And that's
We had some family friends. Another short story that like very very similar experience of like first time going on a cruise ship that. They needed some Dramamine to be able to like just take off. Once they were in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
Once they're in the middle of the ocean, they're fine, but taking off was an issue. Right, guys. So they did the same thing of the Dramamine to get out of port. Yeah,
basically like put him to sleep. And when I woke up, we were like reaching, but since I was like in this moment in which you're like waking up and you don't kind of think what you see,
right?
Then they were like we are like we just landed, and I was like, damn it, I got drugged. Okay, fine.
Oh no.
So yeah, that was one of the stories though.
Wow.
But so at the end, I think it was like the crown of all. Yeah, I think that was a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Now, like back when we were mentioning the whole costume here, tell me, from all of the costumes you had at the moment, which one is your favorite? Which one is your favorite right now, and what would you say is the key for a good costume?
My favorite is my Rapunzel costume. Well, my Rapunzel costume, the full one.
There you go.
Simply because she's my favorite Disney princess. I resonate with her a lot, and I really saved up I have like a tiara. This
cool.
Is one of the wigs. It's been beaten up by a lot of children today. So usually it looks a lot better than this. But like saved up a really long time, worked really hard to get it to look nice. And like putting it on for the first time, I cried. So, yeah, I'm very, very attached to Rapunzel. I know it forwards and backwards in English and French. And that's my favorite costume. Important thing for a costume, I think, it's just that you like it, that you have fun in it and that you feel comfortable. If you feel uncomfortable in a costume, why wear it?
Yeah totally.
You know,
doesn't make any sense.
I think if you're gonna like take the shoes off halfway through the night and then no one knows what you are. That's you get bored and you get annoyed and bleh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, it ruins everything. Yeah. I totally get that thing. I mean, if you're not gonna like it, then don't wear it. That's
Right. Just be yourself. Or like, be a deer or a clown, or the classic costumes are really funny, like being a ghost is fun. Like just putting a sheet over your head is still really fun. Just commit.
Yeah. One costume that got my attention, like on this Halloween once, there was this guy who was basically, yeah, he was basically carrying a mirror. So everybody would tell what are you disguised, or like what's your costume, and then he said, I'm you. So that got like a very twisted, because you were looking in the mirror, but it was you, but you will hear the guy talking to you. So
That's
yeah, that was pretty deep, because I was like, wait a minute, yeah, I'm you, and yeah, you were talking to a mirror. So,
that's deep. Ooh.
Yeah.
Funniest fun that has not come to fruition yet, but two of my best friends and I had like discussed doing it when we were in college. Again, we're all microbiology majors. We're geeks. We thought about doing like Staphylococcus aureus, Streptococcus, like all being different types of bacteria, but like from balloons. So just like being little balloon bodies walking around. And it would be horrifically obnoxious and comedic. And
yeah, totally.
It hasn't happened yet, but not quite as deep as Mirror.
Yeah.
Or
have you seen these ones on TikTok or so that so it's a costume that it looks like someone is carrying you?
Yes.
I love those.
They're so funny. I saw one of like an alien that looked like he was like had a guy just like
yeah.
I think they're so funny. Or like a person riding a horse, but it's kind of like the Lord Farquaad from Shrek, where he has like really short legs and a really like angry looking face. Yeah,
those are really cool ones.
I've always wanted to be one of those blow up T-Rexes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. I need to have like that costume one day. I need to put that costume one day.
Yeah, I need to do that one day as well. I think it'd be so funny to just go about my life in one of those costumes.
Yeah, I mean, and why not dressing up that and just moving and just go through your day?
Yeah. Go get groceries. Go, to the library. I'll go to pole dance. I think that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, go shopping too. Try some shirts. Why not?
Try on some shirts. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe sunglasses.
There you go. Maybe to the doctor appointment too. Just to check.
Oh yeah. Get your
check up
checked.
Check
my
up.
arms are a little bit too short.
Yeah. Am I going extinct or something? That'd be cool.
My PCP would get a kick out of that.
That would be cool. I think we have enough. Yeah, that would be it.
Got a deal.
If I ever see if I ever see somebody dressed as a dinosaur in supermarket, that person has. I mean, I will get a hat and just take it out. As a respect.
Yeah.
That would be everything. Yeah. Totally. Now, do you have any creepy story that you can share us?
Yes. Well, I was just gonna read one of my Edgar Allan Poe poems because I'm a big Poe fan. And my favorite story of all time that he has is Telltale Heart.
Okay.
I think that you can't go wrong with Telltale. But this one is actually he wrote a lot of poems that he used to just like submit them into the newspaper. And some were like love letters and like Edgar Allan Poe writing love letters. But this one's creepy. It's called Dreamland. But yeah, I'll read you Dreamland.
Yeah, hit me.
So, Dreamland by Edgar Allan Poe. By a route obscure and lonely, haunted by ill angels only, where an eidolon named Night on a black throne reigns upright. I have reached these lands but newly from an ultimate dim Thule. From a weird, wild climb that leath sublime, out of space, out of time. Bottomless vales and boundless floods, and chasms and caves and titan woods. For the dews that drip all over, mountains toppling evermore into seas without a shore, seas that restlessly aspire, surging unto skies of fire, lakes that endlessly outspread their lone waters, lone and dead. Their still waters, still and chilly, with the snows of the lolling lily. By the lakes that thus outspread their lone waters, lone and dead, their sad waters, sad and chilly, with the snows of the lolling lily. By the mountains near the water, murmuring lowly, murmuring ever. By the grey woods, by the swamp, where the toad and the newt encamp. By the dismal tarns and pools, where dwell the ghouls. By each spot the most unholy, in each nook most melancholy. There the traveler meets aghast, sheeted memories of the past. Shrouded forms that start and sigh as they pass the wanderer by. White-robed forms of friends long given, in agony, to the earth and heaven. For the heart whose woes are legion, 'tis a peaceful, soothing region. For the spirit that walks in shadow, 'tis in El Dorado. But the traveler, traveling through it, may not dare not openly view it. Never its mysteries are exposed to the weak human eye unclosed. So wills its king, who hath forbid the uplifting of the fringed lid, and thus the sad soul that here passes beholds it but through darkened glasses. By a route obscure and lonely, haunted by ill angels only, where an eidolon named Night on a black throne reigns upright, I have wandered home, but newly from this ultimate dim truly.
Wow.
Yeah, that is Dreamland by Edgar Allan Poe.
That is epic.
Yep. So, dreaming through life and death, as young one does. Ooh.
Yeah, that is so cool. Wow. I'm gonna get that book.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. It's great tales and poems of Edgar Allan Poe, plus all the short stories and narratives and lyrical poems.
That is
Good.
amazing. That is amazing, Mallory. That is an epic and deep one.
Yeah.
And once I will put this on YouTube or the podcast, I'm gonna add like a creepy background music at the end, to have like more, you know what I mean? To make it,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get some bats. I don't know what kind of sound does a bat make. It chirping.
Is it like a very high sound,
Yeah, it's a very high-pitched sound.
Yeah.
I just don't know what to call it. But yeah,
Yeah, me neither.
some bat sounds, some ghoulish sounds.
Yeah. Fun story. One time, my window, they didn't put like the basically what ended up happening is that I didn't have like this thing that protects you from the night, from bugs to come in. I didn't have one because it was destroyed by my puppy, by the way. So I was ordering a new one. But that night I opened, and turned out it wasn't a bat, but a bird was inside the room. It was hilarious.
Oh my gosh!
It was hilarious because
Why?
the bird was I was just on my computer, and then like literally I stretched for a bit, and then shoot, there was something just passing by, and I was like, what is that? And then there was this bird, and fortunately he ended up hitting himself, but through a lot of towels, so nothing bad happened to him. So he hit there, and that was it. But my puppy was into him, like I wanna eat that.
I wanted.
Yeah. So he was chasing the bird, and then I grabbed the bird and just like let him go. That was a very epic moment to have the bird be like, fly.
Be free. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I think that would be something that would scare me, as a bird just suddenly flying into my room.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm telling you this, like, nothing happened, of course. But trust me, I do get scared, like, super easy. So I would, like, normally what I would say when I get scared is that I curse a lot in Spanish. Like, a lot. So, I saw that. I did like a lot of curses, and then I was like, oh, it's a bird. Okay, sorry.
Oh, it's
That's
not.
good.
It's not a bat. We'll be
Yeah.
fine.
But you know, when I watch like, especially on like slasher movies, whenever the character is running and falling and dropping and keep falling, I get like so anxious and be like I'm talking to the actor, be like,
Oh well, everyone does. It's just like a baseball game, except your life is at stake.
right? I mean, I just get frustrated that they have this gun, and then you can see like the creature or the villain walking to you, and they don't shoot him. You know, they're just like putting like dropping it one on one. So I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! Why are you doing that? You know, like all of. I mean, I understand why they do it, but I just get so frustrated into a point in which I'm like, I don't want to see it. I'm done.
I just want to believe that I know better and that you got through it so that I don't have to deal with the anticipation.
Yeah, totally. Or the classic, right? The classic.
Oh, yeah.
We go into this creepy building. We are 4 people, and then let's split up.
Right. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Let's split up and then go without a flashlight into the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Because that where there's probably not going to be any exit, because that is the clearly best choice.
Yeah, exactly. And especially when you're walking to a place in which you know that a lot of murders happen inside. So,
right.
You know, I mean, I need to explore. So,
obviously.
Yeah, why not? So it is so hilarious that was the typical monster killing everyone. And you know what? If I was there and I see, for example, if I was like this cop or firefighter, and then you see this monster basically murdering all of my brothers here and there, I would just walk away, be like, you know what? I'm out.
You know what? This is clearly the trend. I'm just gonna remove myself from the trend. That's smart. I mean, it makes sense. You know, I think I would be like that stupid person that would be like running into it head on, thinking that I will be different, and I would take a different tactic.
Okay.
But I would still go into it head on. Try to change the trend.
Yeah, you know what? You do that, I will be the one in the back cheering you up. You got this.
Okay, yeah.
And then
you will be the survivor, and I will not. I'll take one.
Yeah. But don't worry. But check this out. I will pass your story. You know,
there
I'll be
we
the
go.
one who shared the story about the hero.
Exactly. Exactly. See, and it's all part of the strategy.
Totally. And like my last question here, any horror movie that you could recommend for Halloween season or show? Yeah.
Ooh. There was one that I watched before, and escaping me. I always recommend Evil Dead 2013. I always recommend all of the Conjurings. I love them. From the classics, I think it's always worth watching. I thoroughly enjoyed all the Saws. I think they're intriguing.
All of them?
I think they're just intriguing. Honestly, I don't think they're all equal.
Yeah.
I'd probably say Saw 3 is my favorite. But I like the psychology behind it. Oh, Hannibal. Go through all of Hannibal.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Also, not quite a horror movie. I was talking to a friend about this previously, my friend Evan. Monster. I think it was 2005. Patty Jenkins was directing it, and Charlize Theron led.
Yeah.
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 Just an incredible story of just a human being human. But the psychosis of it is really terrifying, and you get to see, you almost empathize with her.
Yeah.
And that in and of itself is scary and nerve-wracking and very, very dark. Very dark. I would recommend that as a new Halloween flick.
Yeah. She won an Oscar for it, isn't it?
I wouldn't be surprised. I think she did.
Yeah, you think she did, right?
I think, yeah. It might have been her first. I might be lying. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, but I think she won because she basically transformed from what she is into totally
entirely. And the whole process that they went through and researching and embodying this I can't even remember. My brain is dead today. I can't even remember.
Don't worry, it's fine.
But just incredible work. I love it. I would watch it over and over again. And then the classic Hocus Pocus. that is an American classic. I love it to death. There's a Hocus Pocus 2 coming out. I'm gonna have to see it because I love my girls, but oh boy, I'm so nervous. I cried when I heard the Hocus Pocus 2 was coming out, because if I'm anywhere overexcited, I'm crying, or I'm definitely dancing. If I'm anywhere above or below a 5, I'm dancing. But yeah, Hocus Pocus 2, give it some love, I guess.
Yeah. Did you watch this movie back in? Yeah, it's an old one, like back in 1990. Like anyway, this movie about this. I mean, the movie it's called The Witches.
Yeah. Which
is about this convention, you know.
I watched the old one and the new one.
Yeah, like the old one. I used to watch it with my. It was like I remember that with my mom. It was like the family movie which everybody was watching. Even though that the witches look super creepy though, but you know, but it was like a family moment. So that was a good
one. That's cute. Our family moment was playing The Grudge hide and seek.
The Grudge hide and seek?
Oh yeah, no, we don't play normal hide and seek in our family. It was The Grudge.
Okay.
Anytime once October hit, it was The Grudge hide and seek, and you flipped your hair over your head, and then you had to play hide and seek. If you were it, you were the Grudge, and you had to walk with your hair over your head or upside down and find everyone. Wow. And the lights were completely out. You only played it in the basement. We were weird. We're an odd family.
No, but that's cool. That's super cool. I think like those moments are. Yeah, I would say that those moments are really cool because you get the chance to truly enjoy your childhood. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are memories that last forever. Like I'm never going to forget my sister running into a glass door on multiple occasions.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a cool. Yeah.
My sister's gonna love that I revealed that. But yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, I think those family moments are like super. Yeah, like those stories, you know, like yeah, I know what you mean. Like my brother used to fall asleep a lot. Like when we were like on family trip, he will be always sleeping but with the mouth open.
Oh no.
So oh boy. So every now I have like Cheetos or Doritos. I was just like throwing at them.
Uh-huh.
And actually one time he did like he was choking on it.
Oops.
And he was like literally choking, and I remember that my dad had to like stop in the middle of the highway, so I could help him, and I was between laughing or not laughing, you know, like in that moment in which you were like, what should I do? So I just stay like nervous, like what should I do? And then my dad is instantly saying he's fine, he's alive, but every now and then when I would tell that story, he would just look at me and say like, yeah, I hate you, but that's fine.
Yeah, like this is all your fault, but also he was asking for it.
Yeah, and fun fact, he doesn't sleep with a mother but anymore. So I save him, basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Totally. So, Mallory, what can I say? At the end of the day, you are awesome, amazing, badass, talented. I mean, the list goes on and on for amazing things that I can say about you because you truly are. Keep rocking. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep chasing your dreams because you are really making it happen. And as I said in the last interview, I do think that you're making a difference, and I do believe that you are making this. That the fact that you're making people happy, and the fact that you entertain people with your performances, and the fact that you are working hard every day to reach that is super impressive. That is super badass, and because of that. Wait.
There it is.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's always great chatting with you, and
it's
always so uplifting to be here and get to see all the wonderful people that you get to talk with, and being included as one of those. So
absolutely.
It's very grateful.
thank you so much, and also thanks so much for those who are watching. You know the drill. If you're watching this later on YouTube or listening to it on podcast, make sure that you follow Mallory and all over social media. Normally, what I would say, super easy. Apple pause, leave a like, subscribe, super quick. Then hydrate, super important, and then go follow Mallory. Leave me the likes. Spread the word to every person you know that we have this amazing, talented, badass, super actress here, and then come back. And again, Mallory, thank you so much. Keep having an amazing rest of the evening, an amazing upcoming week, an amazing month, and nothing but amazing stuff coming to you. So,
Thank you so much. Same to you.
Have a good one. Bye.
You too. Bye.